Hello students, hope you are well. Today we are starting chapter of thermodynamics. Let us understand some terminology of this chapter. First, system. System is nothing but some matter enclosed by a boundary. For example, as far as thermodynamics is concerned, some gas is filled in a cylinder. It can be considered as a system. Surrounding. Everything except system around the system is surrounding. For example, suppose gas is filled in a system. It is kept in this room. So in this room, everything, chair, table, me, ceiling, floor, walls, everything except system is a surrounding. Isolated system. Isolated system means system having no connection, no interaction with any other system. Then the system is called isolated system. Thermodynamic system. Thermodynamic system is a system which is defined by thermodynamic variables, and these variables are pressure, volume, temperature, and one more, entropy. Entropy is not given in your book. So you think in terms of only three variables: pressure, volume, temperature. So any system described by pressure, volume, temperature is thermodynamic system. Again I repeat the example. Suppose you are having a gas filled in a cylinder. Then the gas will have some pressure, some volume, some temperature. Then that system can be considered as thermodynamic system. Equation of state. Equation of state is PV is equal to nRT. Pressure, volume, number of moles, gas constant, and temperature. This is called equation of state. Thermal equilibrium. When two bodies or two systems are such that there is no exchange of heat between the two systems or two bodies, the two systems are called in thermal equilibrium. Now, zeroth law of thermodynamics. Let us suppose three systems A, B, C. A and B are separately in thermal equilibrium with C. Means there is no exchange of heat between A and C. Similarly, no exchange of heat between B and C. So if A and B are kept in contact, they will also be in thermal equilibrium. This is called zeroth law of thermodynamics. If two bodies are in thermal equilibrium with third body separately, then they are also in thermal equilibrium. Sign convention. In this chapter, we will frequently study about heat transfer and work done. There are two possibilities of heat transfer: heat given to system or heat taken from the system. If heat is given to system, then sign of that heat is taken as positive, and if system is supplying heat, then sign of that heat is taken as negative. Similarly, work. If system is doing work, system is giving work, then that work is taken as positive, and if work is done on the system, that work is taken as negative. Now let us understand work done in thermodynamic process. Suppose it is a thermodynamic system, it is a cylinder, some gas is filled. Piston moves from this position to this position. Initial volume is V1, this much, and final volume is V2. Means expansion takes place from V1 to V2. During the motion of piston, let us consider some intermediate state such that volume is V and pressure is P. Piston moves very small distance, elementary distance dx, such that volume becomes V plus dV, and area of cross section, this area of cross section of piston is A. So for this elementary displacement, work done dW, small work done dW is equal to F dx, and force is equal to pressure into area, pressure is P and area of cross section is A, and displacement is dx. But A into dx, area into this displacement, you know this formula, area into height or area into length is called volume. So A into dx is this volume, this elementary change in volume. So work done is equal to P dV for this displacement, this much. But piston moves from V1 to V2, therefore total work done can be obtained by integrating this expression. Total work done, W is equal to P dV from V1 to V2. Now let us understand work done graphically. When piston is moving from this position to this position, continuously pressure and volume are changing. Pressure and volume are changing. So we can plot a graph between pressure and volume. To make you understand better, suppose you are having different values of x and y. Then with the help of these sets of values, you can plot a graph. Similarly, you are having different values of pressure and volume. So with the help of these values, you can plot a graph between pressure and volume. Suppose graph is like this. Let us take some elementary portion of this graph. At this point, pressure is P, and this is small change in volume dV. Area of this elementary strip is P into dV. It is almost rectangle, so P into dV. So total area from here to here, integrate, this is area of elementary strip, so total area will be integration of this value. Now this value is same as this value, so we can conclude that work done in a thermodynamic process is area under PV diagram for that thermodynamic process. Students, let us understand cyclic process. Suppose this is initial state of piston, or initial state of system. Passing through different states, finally piston reaches to final states. Initial state, intermediate states, and this is final state, I, F. Now piston returns, again passing different states and returns back to initial state. So one cycle completes. For one cycle we can plot a graph with the help of variable values of pressure and volume. See this. Through this path system goes from initial to final state, and through this path it returns to initial state. Students, please pay attention. In path IAF, this path, initial volume is less, final volume is more. Work done is equal to P delta V or P dV. So delta V will be positive because V2 is more than V1. And this value is given by this area. You have just seen. Now it returns from final to initial state. So this is considered as initial volume for return journey, and this is final volume. So for this process, return process, P delta V is negative. Therefore, it is work done by the system, I have just told, and this is work obtained from the system given by this area. Very clearly, work done by the system is more, bigger area, and work done on the system is less, smaller area. So net work is done by the system. Net work is done by the system. So if process is clockwise, net work is done, net work is done, net work is done by the system. Work done by the system is more, work done on the system is less. Similarly, if system is running anti-clockwise, this is work done by the system, and this is work done on the system. Work done by the system is less, and work done on the system is more. So net work done is negative. So one line conclusion is, in a cyclic process, if work done is clockwise, it is positive, so net work is done by the system, and if work done is anti-clockwise, it is negative, so it is work done on the system. Students, now let us understand internal energy and first law of thermodynamics. I have just told that some matter is confined in a boundary, that is called system. For example, a container or cylinder having some gas is very common example of thermodynamic system. So that matter will have molecules, very obviously, and these molecules are always in motion, so they are having kinetic energy. And because of intermolecular forces among them, these molecules are having potential energy too. So sum of kinetic and potential energy is called internal energy. I repeat, sum of kinetic and potential energy of molecules of a system is called internal energy of that system. Now, let us consider a system. Initial state is I and final state is F. System is taken from initial state to final state through first path. Path, I suppose you are understanding. When system is moving from one state to other, different intermediate states, that is pressure and volume, are coming. So using these values of pressure and volume, you can plot a graph, and that graph is called path of that particular process. So system is taken from initial state to final state through this path, first path. Again, system is brought to initial position and taken to final state through some different path. Means intermediate values are different. Pressure and volume, intermediate pressure and volume are different. The process is repeated several times. First process, second process, third process, and keep in mind, for all the processes, initial and final states are same. It is found that for each process, difference of heat supplied and work done are same. It means if initial and final states are not changing, then difference of heat supplied and work done is a constant. And this constant is called change in internal energy. Change in internal energy. So in general we can write Q minus W is equal to delta U, or Q is equal to delta U plus W. This equation is called first law of thermodynamics. So we can define first law of thermodynamics, rather we can make a statement of first law of thermodynamics like this. Heat supplied to a system is used in two ways. Some amount of heat goes for change in internal energy, and remaining heat does work. So it is nothing but law of conservation of energy. This is energy or heat supplied to the system, and these two are outputs. Results, change in internal energy and work done. And sum of these two energies is equal to energy supplied. So energy is conserved in this process. So first law of thermodynamics is nothing but law of conservation of energy. I repeat the statement again. Heat supplied to the system is used by system in two different ways: change in internal energy and work done. This is called first law of thermodynamics. And if changes are very small heat supplied, small work is done, small change in internal energy, then this equation can be written in this form. So both are same. It is for small change, it is for big change or average change. This is first law of thermodynamics. Hope students could understand. Best of luck students. Keep studying. Thank you for paying attention.